Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. Come on in. It's coffee break live time. Coffee break live time, everyone. Coffee break live. Hi, and welcome to Coffee Break Live. I'm Dr. Latina Epps Thomas. I'm a naturopathic doctor with a telehealth practice here in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a yoga instructor, a co-author of the book, The Health Coach Collective, a corporate health educator, speaker, and the host of Coffee Break Live. My focus is on helping you in your journey towards an authentically living natural lifestyle, as well as demystifying alternative methods of health and healing, as well as, hey, teaching you how to take your health back into your own hands. And today, we need to talk a little bit. We need to talk about detoxing. We need to talk about the colon, and we need to talk about how digestion works, because I think people have some confusion as to how our digestive system works. And this week, we're going to be talking about every day, we're going to be talking about detoxing, because of the fact that Thursday, we're going to be taking a field trip. Yes, another field trip. We're going to go to Renew Wellness Spa and do colonics. Woohoo! Like my favorite thing ever. Plus, I like to talk about poo. So totally another reason why we're talking about this. But we're also going to be starting a group cleanse, a group colon cleanse March 1st. So this week, I'm going to give you all the information you need to know about why you need to be doing a detox. And we're specifically going to be talking about colon detoxing. So remember, if you have any questions, make sure that you put them in the comments so that I can answer your questions. And if you are not already a part of our Coffee Break Live crew, make sure you join the Coffee Break Live with Dr. Latina Epps Thomas group, so that you can be, you can get all the information about when we do stuff, because I do post special things on that group site that I will not be putting in on this page, my regular page. And soon I will be moving everything over to that page, as well as my YouTube page. And so do me a favor, go over and join the Coffee Break Live with Dr. Latina page on Facebook. And then the other favor I'd like is go ahead and go to YouTube and subscribe to ALN Health and Wellness TV. That would be me. And I will be putting some other special things on there just for YouTube. So if you want to get all the information, you need to join that. But today we're going to start out, we're talking about detoxing, specifically how digestion works, and we're talking about the colon. So in order to begin, I really want to show this amazing short little video on how the digestive system works. I think it's really important to understand how digestion starts in the mouth, the whole process of how it gets broken down into proteins and things like that. And then we're going to talk about how that relates to detoxing the colon. So stay with me here. We're going to add the screen and start it off here. Let's start playing here.
Across the whole planet, humans eat on average between 1 and 2.7 kilograms of food a day. That's over 365 kilograms a year per person, and more than 28,800 kilograms over the course of a lifetime. And every last scrap makes its way through the digestive system. Comprised of 10 organs, covering 9 meters, and containing over 20 specialized cell types, this is one of the most diverse and complicated systems in the human body. Its parts continuously work in unison to fulfill a singular task, transforming the raw materials of your food into the nutrients and energy that keep you alive. Spanning the entire length of your torso, the digestive system has four main components. First, there's the gastrointestinal tract, a twisting channel that transports your food and has an internal surface area of between 30 and 40 square meters, enough to cover half a badminton court. Second, there's the pancreas, gallbladder, and liver, a trio of organs that break down food using an array of special juices. Third, the body's enzymes, hormones, nerves, and blood all work together to break down food, modulate the digestive process, and deliver its final products. Finally, there's the mesentery, a large stretch of tissue that supports and positions all your digestive organs in the abdomen, enabling them to do their jobs. The digestive process begins before food even hits your tongue. Anticipating a tasty morsel, glands in your mouth start to pump out saliva. We produce about 1.5 liters of this liquid each day. Once inside your mouth, chewing combines with the sloshing saliva to turn food into a moist lump called the bolus. Enzymes present in the saliva break down any starch. Then your food finds itself at the rim of a 25 centimeter long tube called the esophagus, down which it must plunge to reach the stomach. Nerves in the surrounding esophageal tissue sense the bolus's presence and trigger peristalsis, a series of defined muscular contractions. That propels the food into the stomach, where it's left at the mercy of the muscular stomach walls, which pound the bolus, breaking it into chunks. Hormones secreted by cells in the lining trigger the release of acids and enzyme-rich juices from the stomach wall that start to dissolve the food and break down its proteins. These hormones also alert the pancreas, liver, and gallbladder to produce digestive juices and transfer bile, a yellowish-green liquid that digests fat, in preparation for the next stage. After 3 hours inside the stomach, the once shapely bolus is now a frothy liquid called chyme, and it's ready to move into the small intestine. The liver sends bile to the gallbladder, which secretes it into the first portion of the small intestine, called the duodenum. Here, it dissolves the fats floating in the slurry of chyme so they can be easily digested by the pancreatic and intestinal juices that have leached onto the scene. These enzyme-rich juices break the fat molecules down into fatty acids and glycerol for easier absorption into the body. The enzymes also carry out the final deconstruction of proteins into amino acids and carbohydrates into glucose. This happens in the small intestine's lower regions, the jejunum and ileum, which are coated in millions of tiny projections called villi. These create a huge surface area to maximize molecule absorption and transference into the bloodstream. The blood takes them on the final leg of their journey to feed the body's organs and tissues. But it's not over quite yet. Leftover fiber, water, and dead cells sloughed off during digestion make it into the large intestine, also known as the colon. The body drains out most of the remaining fluid through the intestinal wall. What's left is a soft mass called stool. The colon squeezes this byproduct into a pouch called the rectum, where nerves sense it expanding and tell the body when it's time to expel the waste. The byproducts of digestion exit through the anus, and the food's long journey, typically lasting between 30 and 40 hours, is finally complete. TED-Ed is a nonprofit. If you value our work, please consider supporting it on patreon.com/TED-Ed.
Those emotions, they were put on hold by time.
Wow. Kind of exciting, right? I don't know about you, but I love learning about how the digestive system works. And as you can see, digestion begins in the mouth. So that is why when I say, chew your smoothies, chew your juices, that's because it releases those enzymes in the saliva, and it really begins in the mouth. And actually, it begins even before that, right? When you see food or you smell food or you think about your favorite piece of fruit or pizza or whatever it is, sometimes doesn't your mouth water? That is actually the start of the digestive process. It's your brain is telling the rest of your body, ooh, I think we're going to get something really yummy. And so let's get prepared. And so it releases a bunch of saliva, which also releases enzymes and things like that. So I hope that was really interesting for you. I love that little video. I think that it really explains how the digestive system works really well. Now, with that being said, now you can see why it's so important to make sure that the lining of your colon is detox. It's really important to make sure that you have really good gut health, right? Because if you have any type of like leaky gut situation going on where the lining of the stomach lining of the walls, they're usually really super, super tight, right? Well, what can happen if you have leaky gut, those little fibers in the lining of the system, they can start to open up just a little bit. And as the food is broken down, little pieces of the particle of food can actually be released into the system and into the blood and things like that. And they can land on the joints. That's where sometimes autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis comes into play, or they can land on the thyroid, Hashimoto's, things like that. So you really want to make sure that your gut integrity is really strong and taken care of. So probiotics, we need some really good probiotics. But the other thing is making sure that you release those toxins that are in the body when the food comes through. And if those toxins, if you're not fully eliminating in the colon, or if you're not food combining right, then the lining of your colon can be really thick with sludge and with old poo and with rock hard poo. Or if you eat dairy acts like a glue. So anything that has not passed through can be stuck to the lining of the colon. So that is why detoxing the colon on a regular basis is so, so crucially important. Because if the liver is doing its work like it's supposed to, because it's the king of all organs, and what the liver does is it detoxes chemicals and it detoxes things that comes into your body. If it's working properly, then it detoxes and releases that into the colon. Well, if the colon is not clean and you're not eliminating properly, or if you have diverticulitis, which is where you have little pockets in the lining of your intestines, or if you're just, have not detoxed the colon in a while, then that can be a problem. And those toxins go into the colon, they get redistributed back throughout the system, and that can make it even worse for you. So it's really important to keep the colon clean. We are going to be doing we're going to be starting a detox March 1st. March is going to be our whole detox month. We're going to talk about detoxing the colon. Then we're going to move on to the liver, the gallbladder. Then we're going to move on to the kidney and the bladder. We're going to talk about detoxing the lymph nodes, doing a really well-rounded detox. You should be detoxing quarterly, especially the colon. The colon should be detoxed quarterly. If you're eating really good and clean and not eating processed foods and things like that, great. The detox will be easy. It'll go quickly. If you haven't detoxed before, if you haven't done a colon detox before, or if you have a disease process going on, or if you eat processed foods, eat dairy, don't eat as clean as you should, it may not go as quickly. We may have to go a little bit slower with the detox, and that's okay. That's not a problem. The goal is not to how fast can we get through the colon cleanse. The goal is to actually complete the colon cleanse, do it properly, and to make sure that that it's done to completion, and that it doesn't it's not too harsh on your system. This is why I love this detox program that I'm doing now. And it's with a practitioner's line, which I absolutely love. Why? Because it's completely effective. It is so good. It's all 100% natural. And not only does it remove over 4,000 different types of toxins, but including antibiotics and like chemo and radiation drugs and things like that, which don't get removed out of the body unless you do something specifically to do that. But it also nourishes the colon and helps to heal the colon and helps to get the colon, which is a muscle. It helps to get the colon, the muscle, working and going. And sometimes some of our problems are that we just have a slow colon, like it's lazy. It's a lazy colon, and as a muscle, it's just not developed, or it's just not working as properly as it should. And so with these herbs, it's going to help you be able to do that. Now, the way that I like to do colon detoxes goes like this. The first day you do a colonic. The second day you do a colonic. So the first day you do a colonic because it gets rid of it helps to release all the stuff that is in the large intestines. That is the one that is closest to the anus. That's the biggest part of the colon. And so it helps to get rid of the stuff in the large intestines. That gives room for all of the fecal matter, all the poo that is in the small intestines, to be able to push down into the large intestines. And then on the second day, you do another colonic. That enables that colonic to get all the stuff that's been pushed out from the small intestines, and you can release that. Now, then to go ahead and do the herbs. Now, if you do not go every day on a regular basis, then we have to start a little bit differently. We have to start with some herbs that is going to help you be able to go poo every day. And that depends on you as to how long you have to start with that. And it is called Formula 1. Let's see, where is that? Here we go, right here. That is called Formula 1. So it's this bottle here. The ICF1, that is going to be that formula, and you're going to start with that one. And what that one does is it helps to kind of train your colon so that it can start to move stuff out all the way down through the anus. So we're going to start with that one. If you go poo, every single day, and you'll be on this until you go poo every single day for 5 days. Once you go poo every single day for 5 days, then you can move on to the ICF2, this one. And the ICF2 pulls out all of those chemicals and all of those toxins off the lining of the intestines. It does something called chelating. And chelating in Greek really literally means to claw. So it claws all of that stuff that may be stuck on the lining of the intestines, claws it all off so that then it can be released and you can get rid of it. It binds to it because it's got like bentonite clay in it. It has charcoal and it has lots of really, really good stuff. It has some psyllium in it, flax seeds, apple pectin, peppermint leaves, slippery elm bark, which is a mucilagen, marshmallow root, which is a mucilagen, which helps to pull things out and make it go. So then you'll be on that, and the goal is to take all of this bottle. Now, if you are pooing on a regular basis and your food habits are fairly clean, you may be able to get through this in 2 weeks. great. You'll be taking this along with the ICF-1 because this one, the ICF-2, can be a little bit constipating. So you want to make sure that you're still, taking one of these, the capsules of the ICF-1, just to help make sure it's, you're passing everything out. But if you're having a little bit of problem and, you have a disease process going on, or you don't poo every single day, or, you're a little bit more constipated, your food habits are not as well or as good as they should be, then, instead of doing 5 teaspoons of this, instead of doing 1 teaspoon of this 5 times a day, you may have to do 1 teaspoon of this, 2 to 3 times a day. So it may take you a little bit longer, but remember, it's not about how long it takes you. It's about getting through it. I would prefer you go a little bit slower and it not be overwhelming for your system than for you to go quicker and it's overwhelming for your system and you're like, this is not working. You quit. You're like, I'm not doing this anymore. Natural doesn't work. Whatever, you're not getting the effects from it. And that's just not the case. You're just going too fast. That is why this is a practitioner's line, because you get, I have to order it for you. And I also have to have a conversation with you before I order it for you. So, we're all going to do this together. We're going to be in a big group. There's going to be videos that talk about each day. I have a recipe book because you also get superfood. Superfood is amazing for so many things. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. This is food. It has every single thing that you need. It has all the vitamins and minerals that you need while you're going through this, as well as continuing to use this afterwards. It gives you lots of energy in the afternoon. If you do it, 1 scoop of this, you do, you can, in a blender, you can mix it all up, but you do about 2 tablespoons of the superfood in the morning, and then you do about 2 tablespoons of the superfood in the afternoon. You can do it once a day. Like I said, I'll give you a recipe book. I'll send you a recipe book to go along with this, because there's lots of really yummy recipes that you can make with this superfood for drinking it while you are on the detox part of it. So if you're interested in the detox, make sure that in the comments below, you say that you're in, and then make sure that you DM me so that I can get you set up. We'll have a conversation as to, what your pooing habits are, what your food habits are, so that I know going into it how to, manage you with the detox. So does anybody have any questions right now? Hi, Nessa. All right. Yes. You said the body is so miraculous. It really is. It really is miraculous. Our bodies were so beautifully and wonderfully made. And when we have issues, it's just because our body is saying we need a little help. We need a little support. And if you give it the support that it needs, I promise you, it is going to do all it can to help to heal you and to help to give you a fruitful and amazing life. Now, if you have a disease process going on, like I have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease where my immune system attacks my thyroid. If you have something like that, it may take a little longer to heal from that, because you didn't just get into that situation or whatever that disease process is. You didn't just get into that overnight. So you're not going to heal overnight, right? You've got to get to the root cause of why those issues started in the first place. Okay. And heal from that way. Now, the great thing about our bodies don't care what you call it. They don't care what the disease process is. They don't care if it's called heart disease, if it's called an autoimmune disease. They don't care if it's called diabetes. They don't care if it's called cancer. Our bodies don't care what it's called. When you heal, your body doesn't pick and choose and say, well, I'm going to heal the diabetes but we're not going to touch the heart disease, or we're not going to touch the autoimmune disease. No, when your body heals, it heals. It heals everything. Because it doesn't care what the title of what you've given it. That's not its concern. It doesn't care. So that's the great thing about our bodies, is that when you heal everything. Now, yes, there are some specific herbs that can help with specific issues, but those same herbs, guess what, can also help with a bunch of other issues. So it's really about supporting the body. Right now, in order for us to start any type of journey in support or health or healing, or just being living a healthy, fulfilling, natural life, we have to do some detoxing. We got to get rid of those environmental toxins that we breathe in our homes, or that we may be drinking, or that may from cleaning, maybe that Lysol or that hand sanitizer that is not natural, whatever it is. We have millions of toxins that we're bombarded with every single day, and we cannot avoid it. I don't care how natural you go with everything, your toothpaste, your body lotion, like everything can be 100% natural, and you're just using essential oils, and you're just using like all the things, right? You're still going to be bombarded with toxins. That is why it is crucial that we detox. And the very first thing you have to do when you detox is you have to detox the colon. If you don't detox the colon first, any other detox that you do is just going to go into the colon. Well, the colon is dirty and it's toxed up and it ain't working properly. It's going to go right back through the system, and it's actually going to be more toxic for you. So that's why we're detoxing the colon. We're starting March 1st as a group. We're starting March 1st. Now, we're going to start March 1st as a group, but that doesn't mean that we all may be on the same day at the same time, because remember, if you are not pooing every single day, we got to get that going. You should actually technically be pooing for every meal that you take. So if you eat 3 times a day, you should be pooing 3 times a day. If you only eat 2 times a day or 1 time a day, whatever the case may be, whatever your meal is, that's how many times you should be pooing. I know it sounds crazy. Sounds crazy to me, because even to this day, I'm getting better, but I have a lazy colon. I've had a lazy colon. I was born with a lazy colon. I blame it on my mother, Mary Grimmy Epps. It is your fault I have a lazy colon. Mommy, it's all you. But I do. I was born that way. So I have to use the ICF-1. I actually use the ICF-1 every single night before I go to bed, because I'm trying to train my colon to not be so lazy. It is a muscle. And so I'm trying to train my colon to start working the way that it's supposed to. I can't tell you how long that'll take. It can take years. The good thing about this is that it's herbs, and the way that they are designed is that as your colon starts to work properly and it starts to get on board with the program, then you can start, tapering off of how many you take of these, and eventually you won't have to take them. So it's not something you have to take for your entire life, but I mean, for me, it's taken me a while so that I can go like every day. I can go poo every day. So it's going to take me a while on the ICF-1 in order for my body my colon to say, okay, yeah, we got to work. Okay, we're working properly. Okay, this is a good thing that we're doing. Just saying. So when you DM me and tell me that you want more information, or you can put it in the comments, you want more information, or you want to join or whatever, then I will also put you in a group, a Cleanse and Nourish group that has lots of information in there. There's other practitioners that are in there. So that is awesome. They can answer your questions as well as I will start sending you videos, and March 1st we'll start doing videos, videos on how to use these again to remind you, as well as on some food things that you can eat, and on some recipes that you can make the superfood with. I will also send you the information that if you're here in Memphis, where you can go to get a colonic. Now, Thursday, the awesome thing is that Thursday, I'm actually going to go where I love to go get colonics. And I'm going to show you, for those of you who don't know what a colonic is or what it's like or why you do it or whatever, I'm actually going to show you what it is. It's not scary. I remember the first time that I went and had a colonic, it was a little bit different. I wasn't sure what to expect. And I was laying on the table and I actually had to pee. I had to pee and I held it the whole time. And as soon as I could get off the table, I ran to the bathroom and went pee. And then it dawned on me, I just laid on a table and pooed, like let the poo come out of me. And I could have just peed on the table. Yes, you can pee on the colonic table. It's okay. So anyway, ever since then, I have administered, oh gosh, hundreds and hundreds of colonics on our clients, as well as I have done probably hundreds of colonics on myself. And I have been known to study or write out protocols or watch a movie or read or something while I'm doing a colonic. I've called my mom while I've been on the phone while doing a colonic. So, you know, it's all good. Anyway, if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments. I'd be more than happy to help you with that. If you are interested in doing the colon detox with us, I already have about 5 people signed up, and this is my second time talking about it, so that's a good thing. If you're ready and interested and you're ready to do it with us, please let me know. You can put in the comments or you can DM me and I will get you all set up and get started and get going. Any questions for today? I do want to tell you, I am so happy to take a shower. I know that's totally off the subject, but y'all, here in Memphis, first of all, it doesn't even look like we had, 9 inches of snow. In the past day and a half, it's like all melted away. But our water pressure is still low. But I was like, you know what? Screw that. I'm taking a shower. I know we're supposed to be conserving. I've been conserving for a week. I've been taking bird baths for a week, cleaning up. I've been using my Norwex body cloth, which I absolutely love and I'm so grateful I have, because I was able to really get all the bacteria and all of the dirt and all of the dried dead skin cells and all that good stuff. I was able to really get clean, but I needed to feel that water on my body. So I needed a shower. I'm so happy that I was like, you know what? I am taking a shower today. I don't care about anything else. I'm taking a shower today. And I did. I feel amazing. So hopefully everyone here in Memphis and all of my friends around the country that have had some issues with snow, with water, with power, I'm praying that you have your power back on. I'm praying that your water is back on. I'm praying that you are able to have some clean water. Remember that the zero water pitcher is amazing. It helps to get rid of inorganic materials as well as volatile organic materials and heavy metals. So I love it for that, but it does not get rid of bacteria and like cysts and things like that. So you want to make sure that even using your zero water pitcher, you still need to boil your water, because boiling your water is not going to get rid of the heavy metals and the inorganic materials, but it will get rid of the bacteria and of those things. And, using your zero water pitcher will not get rid of the bacteria, but it'll get rid of all the other stuff. So combined, it's going to be like the perfect thing. Anyway, On that note, if there are no questions, don't forget to join the Facebook page, Coffee Break Live with Dr. Latina Epps Thomas. That's the Facebook page. Make sure you join it. And then please, please, please do me a favor and go over to YouTube and subscribe and hit notifications for ALN Health and Wellness TV. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will be putting some special things on just those pages. That also, it'll make it easier for you to find videos if you want to go back and, listen to something we said again or get some more information about something that you may have missed. All right. Well, on that note, love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, you're already a winner because you woke up this morning. See you tomorrow. Bye.